going on, Jerome's? So, yes, I'm a born and bred Minnesota Twins fan, but I've sort of adopted the Dodgers because I like a team that actually spends money. That's it. Also, I have to support my countryman, Shohei Ohtani. Also, I voted, and they shouldn't let you write in candidates because hopefully Shohei Ohtani enjoys being the 4th District Appeals judge. Yeah. I could have wrote in Aaron Judge, except he would have dropped it. Anyways, but congratulations, Dodgers. Yankees lose, America wins. That's it. Speaking of winning, all the Vikings do is win, win, win no matter what. Cam Robinson coming over via trade from Jacksonville for a conditional late-round pick swap in 2026, and some of the details are coming on in. This is from Field Yates, ESPN. To facilitate the trade of Cam Robinson to the Vikings, the Jaguars absorbed just over $7 million of his remaining base salary per source. The Vikings will owe Robinson $2 million in base salary plus $58K for each game he is active for the rest of the season. So he had a $9.6 million base salary. Jacksonville is picking up $7 million of it. Now, per game is whatever. Hopefully it will be 10 regular season games plus playoffs plus Super Bowl. So basically, if this deal maxes out, the Vikings will get Cam Robinson, a starting caliber veteran replacement for Christian Darrisaw, making the best of a bad situation, for $3 million of cash and cap, as well as a 2026 4th round pick, which feels pretty good. Feels pretty damn good. It definitely feels like Kwesi cooked in this situation, and Robinson, Kevin O'Connell had talked about, they're going to get him in practice on Thursday, Friday, see where he's at, make a decision. They have contingency plans if he's not ready to go, but, I mean, yeah, chemistry along the offensive line is important, but as O'Connell alluded to in his press conference on Wednesday, on meaty downs, it's left tackle versus edge rusher. And Robinson certainly can handle that. So hopefully the Vikings will indeed be back. And a major part of that Vikings offense coming back to life is TJ Hockenson. Come back from that torn ACL, MCL, and now glorious. Where Kevin O'Connell talked about how Hockenson is ready to go. He's going to be 100%. There will be no pitch count. And I understand the frustration of, hey, Hockenson, as I cough and die, if he's 100% now, was he 99.9% against the Rams? Was he 99.8% against the Lions? I mean, you could play that game all that you want, but bottom line, he's back now, and I respect O'Connell and the medical staff making sure that Hockenson is all the way back. There will be no setbacks, and he will be able to contribute fully in his normal role, and that's what O'Connell has done, whether it's O'Neal coming back from his partially torn Achilles, whether it's Jefferson coming back last year from the hamstring. Like, when you're back, right? No half-stepping outside of this being the NFC title game or the Super Bowl. Like, hey, you're going to be 100% before you return to ball because it is a long game. It is a long season and a long game. And Darnold, pretty ecstatic about having Hockenson out there. Raggets go. Sam Darnold says he's excited to play with TJ Hockenson, citing his ability to separate versus man coverage and find open areas against zone. And that has been something that the Vikings passing game has been missing, a guy that can just sit in the dead spots, plant his ass down, and show his numbers to Darnold. And hopefully Darnold throws in the ball. That's it, man. Injury report came out. First of 3 for the week for the Vikings and the Colts. Now, the Colts, habitual line steppers, not listing the type of injury for their players, but it is what it is. They had a fistful of players who DNP'd, including Josh Downs, a pride of UNC, who's been stepping up as a nice option. He and Joe Flacco have had some nice chemistry. Ryan Kelly, I think his teammates with Cam Robinson back at Alabama, roll tide. But he's dinged up. Pittman, same thing. And what's interesting is that 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen have been banged up. But we've seen what happens when we faced a banged-up offensive line. Look at the Rams. Yeah. But Bernard Raymond, their starting left tackle. Braden Smith, the pride of Auburn, their starting right tackle. Yeah, something certainly worth monitoring as the rest of the week goes on. And for the Vikings, one DNP'd Blake Cashman outside. How about that? We'll talk about him in a second. The rest, a couple limited in Quisenberry and Takitayami. They should be good to go. Quisenberry likely going to serve as a swing backup again with hopefully Cam Robinson up to speed. Evans has been a full participant, but frankly, I think that he has lost his spot as a punt gunner. We'll see about punt return, where he seemed to be a liability there as well. Hockenson, first full practice participation since the knee injury by Dirty Kirby Joseph, and obviously is already on the 53 and will be rock and roll and go from there. Jackson is good. Same thing with Josh Oliver. Dalton Risner, who was listed as full participant a bit last week, likely going to be activated this week, maybe taking over right guard. I guess we'll see. And with Cashman, so O'Connell did say that he was going to be working off on the side. Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who's not Carl Gerbschmidt, who's not. A Vikings linebacker, Blake Cashman outside. How about that? Turf toe is going to work on the side today during practice per Kevin O'Connell, and then the team will determine whether he's ready to resume practicing and be in line to play Sunday night. So the fact that he, DNP'd, that's not really a story. And Cashman wasn't out there on the side field when reporters were able to watch practice, but he was getting some work in. So hopefully returns from Wednesday are good, and he's able to turn to Thursday practice, but we'll see what happens. Speaking of Risner, per persuasion, head coach Kevin O'Connell said Vikings guard Dalton Risner is 100% healthy and ready to roll. He's hoping to get him up to speed this week and said, "You're going to see Risner in a uniform sooner rather than later. Is he going to join the post office?" Risner must be activated by next Monday, November 4th, which, I don't know, won't be Myles Gaskin, but the Vikings will find. So, they'll probably send down Brett Rippon. I guess we'll find out. But if the Vikings do send down Brett Rippon, that would be really hilarious because, ironically, it was Brett Rippon who Risner was getting in that sideline beef with when they were both with the Broncos. But beside the point. But Risner back in uniform, and also O'Connell generally hedges when it comes to injuries. So the fact that he came out this week and said that Risner's 100% healthy, Hockenson is 100% healthy, that's really good for their chances on Sunday. Well, Hockenson will be in. Hopefully Risner will be back in there as well. Speaking of Risner, so of course today is Halloween. Can't wait to take my kids out in a sleet. I think it's supposed to rain today. But kids' costumes are fantastic. But of course, players, they love themselves some Halloween as well. And Risner and his awesome wife, Whitney, recreated Up. So Whitney is the old man from Up. And Dalton Risner is the younger version of Mike McCarthy. I don't know, man. But Up is such a good movie. Right? And the beginning of Up, where it's the old man and Ellie, and it's just like, it hits you in the feels. It hurts. But Up is fantastic. Are they going to make Up 2? I feel like they make sequels of everything just because once something's popular, they want the cash. But that's a fantastic costume, as well as some great costumes out there. The great Janae Johnson, putting together some photos from the Vikings Halloween party. My favorite is AVG, Andrew Van Ginkel, Wonder Bread. I want to go fast. Good times, man. Also, Bane is looking good. The Stupid Penguin. You got Elvis all up in there. I don't know, Cam Newton. Everyone's dressed up as Cam Newton nowadays, right? And also Theo Jackson, like we said, dressed up as Cam Newton. Justin friggin' Jefferson. Now, so the clown in the middle is fake, right? That's part of Jefferson's costume. Like you can see the clown, right? It's not just me. Anyway, it's kind of scary. Actually, Jefferson is dressed up as defensive back's nightmares. Nailed that one. I don't know. I haven't really gotten dressed up for Halloween in years. I will say I wore that ramen noodles hoodie to the trunk or treat because our theme was, I don't know. Rocco dressed up as a banana. The wife dressed up as an avocado. I dressed up as ramen. I guess we just dressed up as a pantry. It wasn't really well thought out, but I got so many damn compliments on that ramen noodles hoodie. People love ramen. People love chicken ramen. People like what they like. But anyways, that is it. Have a happy and safe Halloween evening tonight. And that's it. Keep on tuning in. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull Production Value.